Good evening, I'm Malika Basnet. Let's begin with the top stories. CIA recommends government to suspend APF chief Coach Raj Wanta, alleging him of corruption charges. Flood victims of Surkhet, Dang and Bardia reeling under cold spell, charge government of neglecting the rehabilitation process. UNICEF draws a bleak picture of children across the world, says over 16 million babies born in conflict zones this year. And Nepal go down 1-0 against Bangladesh in a friendly football match in Dhaka. Hari Acharya presented a report which said more than 470,000 cadres should be accepted as party's active membership. The meeting will resume tomorrow afternoon. The flood victims of Surkhet, Dang and Bardia are having a difficult time protecting themselves against the freezing cold. They claim that the government has neglected the rehabilitation process. The flood victims from last year's massive flooding in Babai River have been living in temporary shelters. However, the people living in it are highly vulnerable to dipping temperatures as most of their tents are torn. Children and the elderly are the worst affected. Nearly 415 families who are currently living in Dang were displaced during the Babai flooding. However, they are yet to receive the amount promised by the government for rehabilitation even a year after the disaster. Such is also the case of 162 families who are currently taking shelter in Bardia. The families are having a hard time spending the nights inside the tents as dew water from the cold easily seeps in through the old tents. Most families lack warm clothes and they have to rely on fire to keep themselves warm at night. The flood victims claim that the District Disaster Relief Committee had not provided them any help to fight the cold. They have demanded the government to provide them new tents, warm clothes and blankets at the earliest. Furthermore, they also want the government to rehabilitate them to a better location in the long run. Today we asked the flood-affected victims of Baake, Dang and Surkhet how are they coping with the harsh winter. Before we take a short break, let's have a look at what they had to say.
जनताको आवाज
यस्तो चिसोमा छोराछोरी काटिएका छन् आफू काटिएका छौँ म अहिलेसम्म सरकारले हेर्नुपर्ने कुरा हेर्दिनु भएको छैन अनि कहीँ जाने ठाउँ पनि छैन जाम भनेपछि कहाँ जाम
न ओढ़ना न बिछौना कमरा में तो बिछावा जाए कि ओढ़ा जाए अब कहाँ से खावा जाए दो इधर राशन में घूम राशनों नहीं मिला
पहिला दिएको कम्मलहरु त सब त्यो च्यातेर पनि भइसक्यो लाग्यो अब शीत परेछ जाडो भइराछ अब के गर्ने
जाडो हुन्छ अब रातभरि काम नै त्यस्तै बस्ने के गर्ने
चिसोको पाल पनि छैन अब दाउरा पनि पाइदैन
7-8 जनाको जान छन् अब पालमा खोचारिनु परेको छ के गर्ने अब दुःख अब सबै छ पाल च्यातेर झ्याङ भयो गाँठो पार्दै बस्दै सिलाउँदै बस्दै गरेका छन्
Welcome back. India has requested the agitating Madhesh-based parties to find a political outlet to the ongoing crisis at the earliest. During a diplomatic discussion on the current political crisis in Nepal held in New Delhi, External Affairs Ministry of India requested the Madheshi Morcha leaders to seek a solution to the current crisis through the joint proposal brought by the major parties. External Affairs Ministry of India said that they have been positive about Nepal's parliament's movement to table the constitution amendment proposal and the situation will return to normalcy after the amendment process reaches a conclusion. The Nepali side in the interaction had informed that efforts are underway to solve the issues of delineation of federal provinces within 3 months. Madheshi Morcha coordinator Mohanta Thakur and other leaders, Upendra Yadav, Mahendra Rai Yadav and Rajendra Mahato were on a 4-day Delhi visit recently to seek suggestions for the way ahead. The discussions today, initiated by Nepalese ambassador to Nepal, Deep Kumar Upadhyay, had lasted for 1.5 hours. Raswa is among the districts most affected by the earthquake this year. The Langtang route, a popular trekking route, had incurred heavy damage. The avalanche triggered by the earthquake destroyed Langtang village to a great extent. However, the village is now surging back to normalcy. Langtang is the closest trekking route to Kathmandu. The avalanche had swept away Langtang village, burying 153 people including foreign nationals. Parts of the trekking route too were damaged. Survivors shifted to nearby villages while some even moved to Kathmandu. 8 months since the tragedy, Langtang is now staging a fight back. With the help of the Tourism Board, District Development Committee and locals, the trekking route reopened in 3 months and locals have returned to their villages. Langtang receives around 1,500 tourists every year. The next season for trekking starts at the end of February. Meanwhile, Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli visited the Kensing Monastery on Wednesday to distribute 10,000 rupees and warm clothes to earthquake victims. Visiting Langtang is now possible since the damaged trekking routes have been repaired and majority of hotels have also started operation. Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli has said that the government would construct earthquake memorial at Bar Park, the epicenter of 25th April earthquake. Saying that the reconstruction bill has already been endorsed, the Reconstruction Authority would now expedite relief works for the earthquake victims. The Prime Minister also visited North Gorkha's Chenkappar BDC and Kerauja to inspect the condition of earthquake victims there. It is now time for a segment Public Pulse, where you SMS us with your opinion. But before that, let's have a look at yesterday's poll results. Yesterday we had asked you, how would you comment on the endorsement of the Reconstruction Authority bill? 16% voted for A, form mechanism soon, 2% for B, provide immediate relief, and 82% for C, leave victims out of politics. Time for today's question: what should be done to conclude Constitution Amendment at the earliest? Your options are A, decisive talks, B, both sides flexible, and C, shorten the procedures. The voting is on. Type NEWS, select your options A, B or C and send it to 8080 to share your opinion with us. Time now for an international update. UNICEF has said that over 16 million babies were born in conflict zones in 2015, 1 in 8 of all births worldwide this year. This show is coming up at 10 hours to 10 hours with effect from Saturday. This comes at a time when the public is already reeling under the effects of a severe fuel crisis. According to NEA's new schedule, power cuts will last 10 hours on average. However, the load shedding will last 11 hours on 2 days, 10 hours on 3 days and 9 hours on 2 days every week. Before this, the load shedding hours were at 8 hours on average. NEA has cited dipping water levels in rivers during the winter as the major reason behind increasing power cut hours. The load shedding hours are expected to cross 13 hours during the peak winter season. Consumers in especially urban areas are the worst hit by load shedding as they have been relying on electricity as an alternative to cooking gas amid the fuel crisis. A Nepalese delegation has left for India amid speculations of procuring a wide-bodied aircraft for the national carrier. A 5-member team headed by Civil Aviation Ministry's Suresh Acharya left for China today. The team also included officials from Civil Aviation Authority and Nepal Airlines Corporation. Sources said that the team will study the capacity of Chinese airliners before taking its decision. Prior to this, the 2 Chinese aircrafts received on grant had failed to perform to expectation. This led to the cancellation of procuring 4 wide-bodied aircrafts from China. Time now for the sports update.
Sports news brought to you
prior to kicking off the SAFT campaign in India. The match started from 4:45 Nepal time. Nepal has geared for the SAFT championship following 2 months training back home. Nepalese football in recent time has been hit by ANFA controversy and match-fixing scandal. Nepal will be playing the first match under the new Belgian coach Patrick Ausems. Nepal has lost their past 9 matches and are hoping for better performance in the match today. El Salvador's Football Federation's former president Reinaldo Vasquez has been arrested by the country's police. Earlier, a probe committee in the US had requested the extradition of Reinaldo on corruption charges related to football. Reinaldo's arrest comes nearly 2 weeks after FIFA released the list of officials involved in corruption. Earlier this month, the Supreme Court of El Salvador had issued an order to hand over Reinaldo to the US to aid the investigation. Reinaldo is wanted in the US in connection with 5 bribery cases related to the broadcasting rights after 2014 and 2018 World Cup qualifiers. And before we wrap up, a reminder of the main stories. CIAA recommends government to suspend APF chief Kosh Raj Wanta, alleging him of corruption charges. Flood victims of Surkhet, Dang and Bardia are reeling under cold spell. Charge government of neglecting the rehabilitation process. UNICEF draws a bleak picture of children across the world, says over 16 million babies born in conflict zones this year. And Nepal go down 1-0 against Bangladesh in a friendly football match in Dhaka. That's all for the moment. We'll be back with more updates. Keep watching Kadipur Television. Goodbye.